I'm almost done. I got to watch my time. Okay, the number one skill. All right, I see Brett doing a head nod back there in the back. The number one skill in theater and in business is listening. It's underappreciated, underdeveloped, misunderstood, barely used. The number one skill. And I can tell you, effective, active, what I call attentioned. I know that's not a real word. Attentioned. So I placed my attention on listening. Some of you have done that. Some of you have sent a couple of texts while I've been talking, and I've noticed that, and that's okay. But while you've done that, you've missed something that I've said or the intention behind something that I've said. A piece of the puzzle is now going to be somewhat incomplete for you, and that's okay. That's your choice. But active, attentioned listening, the number one skill in theater, the number one skill in business. It creates understanding. The more I listen to you, the more I hear you. The more I hear you, the better I understand you. The better I understand you, the more opportunity that I have to have real clarification on what you're saying. Right? Could be an objection. I get to clarify that because you know what? It wasn't an objection at all. You just misunderstood something. You needed some clarity. You need to have something re-shown to you, re-experience that moment. It allows me to realize that. I get to suspend belief. What do you mean I get to suspend belief? I get to suspend belief because I'm actively listening. I'm not concerned if you like me or not. When I'm actively listening, I'm not concerned whether you like me or not. I can't be because that's not where my mind is. But I promise you, 80% of the time, 80% of the salespeople walk into a situation, they're not actively listening, and they are concerned. I hope he likes me, hope she likes me, hope I like him, hope you like me, hope you like me. Right? I got these really widgets, hope you like me, hope you like me. They're blue and they're green, I hope you like me, hope you like me. Right? That's what that's about. You get to suspend that. It doesn't matter if you're really listening. It changes the dynamics of what's happening. It allows me to suspend anticipation. Anticipation is, will they buy, will they buy, will they buy, they're going to buy, they're going to buy, they're going to buy. That's what that is. That's anticipation. They're going to come on board, they're going to come on board, they're going to come on board. They're going to come on board. Right? So, active listening helps me get the suspension of judgment. I get to suspend judgment. The judgment is, can they buy? Can they afford it? Can they buy? Can they buy? Can they buy? Right? Because I already got they like me. I got that they will buy. But now I'm worried that can they? Do they have the money? Their business is. I don't see any customers in here. I mean, they got the money. I don't want to know if they can buy. It doesn't matter to me if they can buy. Why would I say that? The truth is, it can't matter to me if they'll buy. If they can or can't buy. And here's why. If I've done my job, if I've presented properly, I've demonstrated, I've created trust and loyalty and belief and faith in the product, they like me, they trust me, they respect me, they'll find the money. They will find a way to do business with me. So why would I be concerned in judging whether they can or not? They're in flip-flops, a T-shirt, and Levi's. And they pull out a check and write a check for $20,000. Just get rid of the judgment. Let it go. That allows us to focus our attention and allows us to handle detours. Here's the detour. I'm going to play, not yours, Jeff, don't want to put you on the spot. I'm going to play called Inspecting Carol. This is about 5 years ago here in Idaho. And at the end of near the end of Act 1, one of the leading actresses in the play leaves the stage. She's supposed to, by the way. So it was scripted. Her blocking and her movement, all that. Yeah, she was supposed to actually leave the stage for 2 minutes, and then she was supposed to, come back in the stage and engage the last 10 or 12 minutes of the play with the rest of us actors on stage. So she left the stage, right on cue, right on time, just perfectly. It was wonderful. It was a magic moment. And we continued for 2 minutes on the part that we were doing in her absence that we were supposed to do, awaiting her wonderful and beautiful reappearance on the stage. Well, she had just had a lapse in thought, and she thought we had finished Act 1 somehow. And so she went backstage and got out of costume and actually put on costumes for Act 2. So now she obviously can't come back on. And so that was my detour. But I was engaged. I knew what was going on, right? So my detour, I had to fill 12 minutes of theater without an actor, with the other actors. And so now you can do that when you're really paying attention, you're really attentive, you've got all this stuff out of your way. And so, of course, I just said, well, you know, if Susan came back, you know what she would say right now. Yeah, well, she would say blah, blah, blah. And what do you think about that? I bet you don't have a word to say, do you? Because they didn't know what to say either. Yeah, you're speechless. I know. I was too. I really think. And on 12 minutes, the play went. I had to complete telling the story, so I had to keep it in context, right? So I had to tell the story so that Act 2 made sense. But it allows you, all of this stuff leading up to now allows you to take that detour and handle that detour. There are times when the actor on stage just doesn't say the line they're supposed to say. You have to be prepared for that. Right? I'm sorry?
That's pedaling fast.
But sometimes, and that's well said, sometimes isn't it fast pedaling when you're in front of a prospective client or customer? Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. They throw something out there that you didn't anticipate, that's never been thrown out before.